Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. I want to show you a final checkout video of a customer's telephone, John from New Jersey. And this is the QCP-31 ATT speakerphone. In some earlier videos we showed you about how some chips had gotten locked up due to a power surge most likely, and it was having a problem with the audio. When you would push speakerphone, you wouldn't get any audio out of the speaker, and we were able to unlock the chip and add a switch underneath the hook switch to break the audio line apart, because we were getting a little bit of bleed over when the handset was down, or when the handset was up, and we were getting a little audio bleed over in the speaker, and that's not how it's supposed to work. And that's because the chips were damaged, and we were able to get them unlocked, but they were damaged a little bit, so you have a slight problem here or there sometimes. We also noticed from checking and rechecking, we didn't get to mention it in an earlier video, but we had to install a complete ringer circuit because the ringer volume audio was so low on this telephone due to the damage that it received from most likely a power surge like we were talking about. And I'm going to show you a little bit about a ringer circuit that we had to add, and show you one that's kind of comparable to what we used. This phone also has a ringer high and low slide switch, so we'll show you all that. And we were able to get this, we were able to utilize this volume control here for the ringer element. Normally it would have worked what would have came with this phone originally, but we disconnected it and connected it to the new ringer circuit. But anyway, this is the final checkout. Let's do a little bit of, let's ring the phone, and I'll show you here. Let it ring one more time. Should be able to hear dial tone. I'm going to go over to the analyzer and I'm going to push the buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, star, 0, pound, hang up. 262. I'm going to talk into the handset. You should see a red indicator light on the telephone analyzer every time I speak. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Hello. That is 100% modulation. I'm going to hang up the handset. That shows 100% modulation. Now what we want to do is we want to press the speakerphone. And this light here is a light for the microphone. You can turn the microphone off or turn it on. Speakerphone off, speakerphone on, style. What I will do is take the analyzer, or unplug the phone from the analyzer, put it into a telephone line, and I'm just going to dial my number. And it shows it's busy. We'll do that one more time. Lift the handset. Should be able to hear that. Hit the speakerphone and hang it up. So everything is working on this telephone other than this auto answer. And I'm going to ring it with the analyzer. Let me plug it back in. The auto answer, and I will explain that to you. Okay, I'm just going to answer the phone. The auto answer was a feature, and I've talked with the customer about this, was a feature that you would push if you were real busy. You could push that, and if you got a call coming in and it came in, if the auto answer was on, it would pick the phone up and automatically go into speakerphone, which was kind of a neat option, but it wasn't. They didn't use it very often on these phones because it didn't really. People didn't use the function that much, and it just wasn't something that went over real well. So anyway, because if you forgot to leave it on and you left the room or you left the house or you left your business, the phone would answer and people would say, "Hey, are you there? Are you there? What's wrong?" You know. So it didn't take over real well. It's just as well it doesn't work, but for that reason. But it's possible that was damaged in this surge, and it is also possible that we had to tap into the ring circuit and disconnect the audio device that was more like a speaker. I'll show it to you here real quick. We had to, looks like a little receiver capsule out of an older 2500 set or maybe a trim line telephone. That's what they were using as a speaker, and it would sit under the handset here. Well, now what we have in there is a piezo buzzer, and it's much bigger than this one. This one's a real thin piezo buzzer. The one that we have in there is about an inch thick, maybe 3/4 of an inch thick and round. It's a little better. It creates a little better sound. And this is the ringer element that I'm talking about. This is just to show you what we had to do. We had to put in a circuit like this. It's a total ring circuit. Has your IC chip amplifier here, and a fuse and some components and a bridge rectifier, a capacitor, some diodes and everything. It's a complete ring circuit, and this one does not sound like the one on the telephone, but I'm going to ring it real quick. So let's plug it in, and then let's unplug the phone. And this one kind of sounds sick. I don't care for that ring, and that's why we didn't use this one. I'll let it ring one more time. And I will stop it from ringing. And this is, in the earlier videos, this is what we didn't get to show you installing. We had to install a complete ring circuit into this telephone because in the surge, the circuitry must have got zapped. And in order to not lose what we had on the telephone, we didn't want to be going into the processors and changing anything because I was afraid that we would lose what we had. And this telephone is usable now. Plug it back in. This telephone is usable now, and we don't want to lose that capability. So by going into the circuitry again, volume, so by going into the going into the circuitry again and trying to create the repair the ring circuit, we may damage the circuit and then the phone wouldn't be usable at all. So we had to make a choice, and the choice was, let's just put a different ring circuit in it. and that way we don't have any problems. We don't mess any of the other circuitry up so that the phone can't be used. At this point, the phone is very usable, and that's more important than than what we had to do. So thank you for watching. We're out of time, and goodbye.